Looks like you're right.
I'm right.
Yes, I doubt.
They're not. Yeah, and even under the loop, they didn't look real.
Yet,
Fake,
nah,
not real.
no.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
A jeweler in New York City's Diamond District used 50 Cent's image to sell knockoff chains the rapper never authorized, never touched, and never got paid for. Then got hit with a $5 million federal lawsuit. Then went to 50 Cent's childhood neighborhood to do a silver giveaway during an active legal case. Then ended up in a hospital after a brawl inside the same Diamond District building where 2 men were arrested for allegedly selling fake gold using his name. This story has everything. Let's break it all down. Moxaz Ghani, known as Trax, runs TraxNYC, a celebrity jeweler operation at 64 West 47th Street in Manhattan's Diamond District. And this man was legitimate. Over 5 million Instagram followers. Verified. He's worked with Busta Rhymes, Kodak Black, Mr. Beast. He literally played a character in Uncut Gems, the Adam Sandler jewelry store movie. When rappers needed chains, they came to Trax. He had real credibility in the culture, which is exactly what made what he did so reckless. In the summer of 2024, 50 Cent started noticing something on his timeline. TraxNYC was posting content, TikToks, Instagram videos featuring chains, crosses, and pendants. Right next to those pieces, 50 Cent's face, 50 Cent's name, 50 Cent's image, being used to sell jewelry, without a phone call, without a contract, without a single dollar going to Curtis Jackson. But Trax didn't just passively use 50's image, he was loud about it. He posted a photo of 50 and Drake together and captioned it tagging 50 directly, asking if he wanted to be a jeweler, directing people to his website. Like 50 Cent was gonna see that and say, "Yeah, great idea, let's partner up." That wasn't even the wild part. In an August TikTok, Trax filmed himself holding up a cross chain that looked nearly identical to one 50 had been wearing. Then looked straight into the camera and said, "And I need you to hear this clearly. We just jocked your style. I know you watch my videos. Now I'm watching your chain and jocking it just like you jocked mine." He told 50 Cent, one of the most legally aggressive, most litigious figures in the music industry, that he copied his jewelry and didn't care. 50 gave a warning on Instagram. Wrote, "This was a bad idea. You will regret doing this, I promise." Trax responded saying 50 had better things to worry about. He told Curtis Jackson he had better things to worry about. October 10th, 2024, 50 Cent, through his company NYC Vibe LLC, walks into federal court and drops an 18-page lawsuit on Moxaz Ghani and TraxNYC Corp. Minimum $5 million. The legal language was surgical, trademark infringement, and violation of 50's right of publicity. The complaint stated that the defendants willfully and knowingly created imitations of an original necklace designed exclusively for Jackson's and used his face to sell those replicas to consumers who would naturally assume they had some connection to him. The court documents even included real comments from fans on Trax posts saying things like, "I'm a big 50 Cent fan, I want the silver and gold." People genuinely believed 50 had a relationship with this jeweler. That's not coincidence. That's intentional misdirection. 50's rep put it plainly. Mr. Jackson takes the authorized use of his name and likeness for commercial purposes seriously. Translation: pay up or face consequences. Trax's response to getting sued was to post a cross necklace on Instagram and appeal to 50's spirituality, saying a cross is meant for forgiveness and redemption, telling 50 to forgive and forget. Then he drove to South Jamaica, Queens, 50 Cent's childhood neighborhood, during an active federal lawsuit and started handing out silver bars to residents, saying he was giving a kilo for 50. He went to 50's hood during an active lawsuit to do a publicity stunt. That is either the most fearless or the most reckless move in recent celebrity beef history. Probably both. It didn't work. By May 2025, Asghani issued a formal public apology online and at his physical storefront, acknowledged using 50's image and intellectual property without consent, removed all the offending content, and 50, satisfied that the record was set straight, formally dismissed the lawsuit. Story A, done. 50 Cent wins. Trax apologizes. Clean. But while all of that was unfolding, something else was allegedly happening inside that same Diamond District building. something that makes the 50-cent situation look like a warm-up. The Diamond District on West 47th Street isn't one store. It's a building full of individual booths, jewelers operating side by side, sharing the same physical space. And according to Asghani, a competing booth called Akai Diamonds, run by brothers George and Freddie Akai, had allegedly been running a scheme. When customers walked in looking for TraxNYC, asking for specific pieces they'd seen on his website, Akai Diamonds employees would allegedly intercept them, tell them Trax was out of stock, say they had something comparable, same quality, same gold, same craftsmanship. It wasn't. A customer came to Asghani with a bracelet, a $22,000 piece they'd purchased in that building, sold to them as 14-karat gold VVS quality. Asghani tested it on camera with the customer watching. The test came back as 10-karat gold. That's a significant difference. 14 karat is about 58% pure gold, 10 karat is about 42%. If you paid $22,000 for 14 karat and received 10 karat, you were defrauded. Full stop. Asghani said this wasn't the first time. He said he'd tolerated this pattern repeatedly. Multiple incidents. A pattern. January 1st, 2026, New Year's Day. Asghani posts the first video showing the receipt, showing the bracelet, running the test live on camera. Millions of views within hours. January 2nd, around 2:30 in the afternoon, he decides he's done waiting. He walks into the Diamond District with the bracelet in hand and goes straight to the Akai Diamonds booth. Camera rolling. What follows is jarring. Asghani is in someone's face demanding his money, screaming about 14-karat VVS being sold as real when it wasn't, calling out the use of his name. Security rushes in. People from neighboring booths come over. A crowd forms in the aisle. He gets pulled back. The situation almost de-escalates. Then someone at the Akai booth spits directly in his face. What followed was a full brawl, shoving, punches, people from every direction. By the end of it, Asghani is posting hospital photos showing redness on his neck, where he says someone tried to strangle him with his own chain, and a mark on his head from being struck. The NYPD responded. When the dust settled, George Akai and Freddie Akai, the two brothers running Akai Diamonds, were arrested and charged with assault. Two men led out of the Diamond District in handcuffs on camera. That footage spread everywhere: Reddit, X, TikTok, Instagram. The Diamond District was trending simultaneously across every platform. Akai Diamonds released CCTV footage showing the customer allegedly shopping at multiple booths before arriving at theirs, pushing back on the fraud narrative. The case hasn't been proven in court, but the receipt is real, the gold test is real, the arrests are real, and Asghani has made clear a civil lawsuit is coming. Now sit with the full arc here for a second. TraxNYC used 50 Cent's image without permission to sell chains people thought were connected to the rapper. Got sued for $5 million. Then allegedly had his own image and name used without permission by a competing booth to funnel customers toward inferior gold. The same play that got him in trouble with 50, using someone's name and reputation to move product without their knowledge, was allegedly being run against him inside the same building. The irony writes itself. 50 Cent protected his brand aggressively and immediately. That's why the lawsuit was precise and devastating. The lesson was clear. In this industry, if you don't move fast when someone exploits your name, they will keep exploiting it until the money stops being worth the exposure. Asghani went on camera with a receipt and a gold tester and put the evidence in front of millions of people. Say what you want about how the confrontation went down. He did something this industry almost never does. He showed his work publicly. The streets have always known fake gold moves in the Diamond District. The VVS that isn't. The 14 karat that tests as 10. The celebrity association that was never real. Now the internet knows too. And when the internet knows, the game changes. Drop a comment. Do you believe Trax on the fake gold allegations? And if you've ever bought jewelry from the Diamond District, might be worth getting that piece tested. Just saying.